adjourn March 24th meeting at 8:29.
So, coming back, thanks for your patience, everyone. Some administrative things we have to take care of. And during that review, our administrative assistant decided to leave Royalton Township. So we will be looking for a new administrative assistant. Okay, and that will come out. Is this something we can get in the paper? Maybe Monday?
It should be able to be given, yes, I should be able to get it out, same ad.
Same ad.
If I can get that in to the paper this week, they will publish it, next week.
Okay, great.
Do you want to put a deadline on
Wait,
They publish it next week.
it? They publish it next week.
Second of April.
The 13th. Then we can discuss it at the 14th planning commission meeting.
That would be, you want it published,
Be only a week.
that's up to you.
You could get by with 2 weeks if you're gonna do the second of that.
Well, it would be the last week here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, yeah, it'd only be all our meetings in a couple days, so.
And you're under your time commitment to make a decision.
we can't make a decision until the board meeting.
Right, yeah, that would be true.
Right. So, I think with time, we can do it.
And how do you want the motion to read on personnel change?
Personnel discussion, current administrator resign.
Resign. That's the word you want to use, okay? I'll need that as a motion unless someone is already.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Public forum. Members of the public may speak on items not listed on the agenda. State your name and please limit speaking to 2 minutes.
Hi, I'm Jack Bellin from Royalton Township here, and I just wanted to ask a few questions from some of the last read. The right to farm line on the actually written paper, I'd like to know a little more about that. And I wonder about the CD that was mentioned in the funds, what the interest is being paid on that. Because there will be some options with the Branson Bank and Trust. They pay 6.5% with a checking account, and so you could write checks from that account, and that's pretty good interest rate. The broadband sounds like a good deal. So I just wondered a little more about that. Well, especially on the farm equipment and what's allowed and what's not allowed, and what you might be proposing for that. I guess that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Yeah, John T. Gray. I'm just curious as to when Kelly and Josh were here, they said that the cannabis factory has to follow all of our zoning. And as far as I know, the interim use permit is part of our zoning. The solar panels are part of our zoning. Our bright the right of ways, they can't have things in the outskirts of the properties. I'm just wondering if we're gonna start following these, or why we're making other people get interim use permits and not them. Because if that's the case, then I'm gonna put solar panels right along my road. Because that's what he's got, and he's got them in, outside, in the setbacks. So, just curious if we're gonna decide what we're gonna do. Kelly said we have, all our zoning is our zoning. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Troy, yeah, I don't need kind of to call on it, go ahead.
So you had two other qualified applicants a couple months ago when you hired Molly. Are they still in the running, or they gotta reapply, or?
Yeah, well, that's everyone to reply.
Okay, that's what,
Thank you. Good question.
What was the answer?
We will reply.
Everybody needs to
Yep,
reply.
everyone needs to reply.
All right, moving on. Not Spring Short Course. Friday, the 3rd of April. That's at the Black Bear Casino. You make a decision on who's going to it.
We should have at least a motion to authorize whoever, if they can't go later, fine. But we don't need to register. But there will be a registration fee, so you're aware of that.
Same as last year.
I believe it's $75.
Okay. And this is for supervisors, treasurers, clerks.
Essentially elected officials.
Okay.
Uh,
It's good training. I've been the last 2 years. It was really good. Training, got a lot from it, so
I'll go.
I won't be able to go this year.
I'll go.
Okay.
As long as we get the
Well,
You're gonna have to set us some parameters.
physical parameters.
Yes.
I'll
You
loosen my
do,
belt.
you do whatever you do.
Obviously, it's been several years since they had it at Black Bear.
A little closer.
A little closer, and the food was certainly equivalent to what we had at the deck in more recent years. So, whether it's the buffet or not, I'm not gonna comment on it.
John? They've got salad on it, but just saying.
That's a good start.
Yeah. It's a promise to everything.
But this body was meant for feed, not speed.
But there should, I would appreciate a motion.
I like that.
It's not gonna,
All in favor?
Aye.
That's for 3, 4?
Possibly. I
Potentially.
know it's Easter weekend, so I gotta see.
Yeah, it's Good Friday.
Yeah, I gotta just see what we're doing.
Okay,
Possibly.
possible. Well, up to you.
touch base before,
Pardon?
you mean touch base before, right, our sheriff?
I would hope so.
Okay.
We can
You gotta post it.
post that there is a quorum of supervisors may be present. Okay.
FYI. Voting operations, grant agreements signed and returned to Pine County Auditor.
Let's go back to correspondence, if you don't mind.
You bet.
We have had a couple of emails. The first one being from D. Wolf, who is with us. And I wanted to share that. topic, Pete, on the, question about roads? No?
Yeah, yep, you did.
And, the question on cannabis, is open for discussion.
Steve, where do you live?
Maple Shores
Maple Shores?
Drive, on the river. I just wanted to say that I want to support all the businesses, and I don't feel like we should be picking out who we support. We should support all businesses. I mean, it's good for everyone. Work, employs people, generates some taxes.
Do you live down at the end of Maple Shores or towards the front of Maple Shores on that road there? I'm curious, or do you live in the middle?
I live in the middle.
Okay. I'm just curious, because I was out on roads the other day. Okay. I was looking around and I wasn't gonna really bring this up, but as long as we're talking about it, let's talk about it. So I was down the roads, doing something on Bear's Ear, checking that out, cleaning it up a little bit. And I said, over here, I must just take a scoot down these roads and check this out. And I got down to Maple Shores Road. I went down and I got about halfway down. And what I saw there was a very, very large snowpile covering up half the road. Okay? I could get by with my pickup, but my snowplow truck couldn't get by there. And when I drove down around to the turnaround, there was somebody had cleaned it out with a tractor. It looked like tractor tracks, what have you, down there. But there was snow across the road, plowed across the road. And I think it's in our ordinance, and it is state law not to plow across a public road. Okay, and the snow was piled up almost into the middle of the road. Does that sound familiar?
No,
No, not at all? You didn't see the snow pile there?
no.
Okay. All right. Well, we did get a little bit of snow the other day, so I thought the snow pile was pretty big.
No, I have no idea. I have no problems getting out.
Okay.
So I have no idea what
Well,
you're talking about.
If the snowplow may have a tough time getting by there, I had a tough time getting by there with the truck. Well, that's gonna be tough for ambulances and fire trucks and
I
that kind
don't
of thing.
think that's our road.
The Maple Shores Drive, there's two Maple Shores Drive, right?
Cause we've
Is that
never had a
correct?
problem getting in and out. I live down the road from Greg and Percy.
Yeah, that's the one I made it down Parkway, I couldn't get to the end, they had vehicles parked on the road.
Is this?
I backed in,
Yes,
yeah, I backed in
Yes.
somebody else's driveway just so I could finish clearing it out. And I would say
Yeah,
the
that's-
majority of the snow was on the road, and I pushed as much of it off as I could.
I've never had a problem.
But it's a continual problem there.
Yeah, right. Well, I think we talked about this last year, or last fall, and maybe before the snow came on, we talked and we printed it. Did we print it in the paper?
no,
No, we didn't print it in the paper, okay.
talked about it.
Alright, well, we'll get some letters sent out, or whatever, or put it on the website so everybody can read it.
You know what? What I was talking about was putting chemicals on our roads so that they're hard.
Yep.
And now because where I live and you didn't like my letter, now all of a sudden the road is a problem?
No, I like the letter. I think it's great. I really do. Maple Shores, how it's been in the past, Maple Shores has split the cost with the township, or they had covered the cost of doing the road. Am I right with that?
Yes,
Okay, alright.
but we haven't been
So-
doing it recently because it was
Yep.
late, so late.
It was, I think it's, 2 years since it's been done, the calcium chloride, and you pretty much stay off that road? Maybe 3 years? Yeah, and it holds up pretty good. I don't disagree with you at all. I'd love to do calcium chloride on all the roads, I really would. I came down this road today, this is the county road, that's in front of here, and it's pretty rough, You gotta drive around the holes and stuff like that. This one's calcium chloride, right? So, I'm not picking at you, I'm not, I promise you, I'm not. I'm just saying that, we're trying to save money on different things, on roads, and it's something that we've talked about, on it every year, we don't need to do this much grading, right? There's roads that we have talked about doing calcium chloride, because it does help keep the integrity of the road, right? Keeps it together, keeps the dust from flying in the air. Pine Bog is one of those, I'd love to do that. Apple Road, that's another one, that after we get gravel on it, I'd love to do that. And we definitely can work with Maple Shores, getting it done there, but it's gonna be, you know, community input and I help cover some of the costs of it.
Yeah, and I realize it's not gonna be this year.
Right. So, where I was going with the snow and the snow removal and stuff like that, you know, we're working together and, can't be pushing snow across the road. And that goes for everybody, right? Even me, you know. There's times I was pushing it across the road and it's like, oh yeah, it's illegal, I can't do that. People get in accidents because they don't clean it up correctly. There's still these ridges. Or try to get it done before the snowplow gets done and it's sitting there on the road and it turns into a big block of ice. Now the snowplow bucks it and could, you know, potentially damage stuff on the snowplow and that costs money. I'm not against any business down here. I'm not, truly. But it has to be done the right way, right? It has to be done the right way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of the businesses have, and they keep getting, you know, kinda a little bit harassed, you know, like, just over and over, like, every little nitpicky thing.
Well, we have Mr., what's your last name again? Forget, the soup. Adam. No, yeah, you. Yeah, I forget your last name.
Jankowski?
Jankowski, that's what it is. Yeah, so perfect example, comes to me, talks to us about the sewer permit and then potentially doing this business down the road and stuff like that. Right? Yeah, you put the cart before the horse last year, we talked about it and we moved forward.
Yep.
Is that
Perfect.
perfect?
Wonderful.
That's what you're looking for?
Now, if we could do that with
Yes.
all of the businesses.
Yeah, and do it the right way. Sure.
What about the local business around here that you obviously can see that they're running a business, but they don't have a conditional use permit? What's being done about them?
Yeah, two examples.
Huh?
Examples?
Just over here. Alex Anderson's place, and I'm not trying to cause problems, but I talked to him, he asked me about it when I was running for the election, and he says, well, that automatic, it's through the winter that he stores his pontoons there for his customers. I don't know if he's charging for them, or if that's just part of his dock service. I think he has a dock service, am I correct, Jeff?
Yeah, I believe it does.
Yeah, you know, he's not, you know, I talked to board members when I had my trucking business. My work wasn't at all in my yard other than I parked the truck there at night. So I was told I did not need one at that time because I wasn't working on my place. But is storing something, is that a commercial business? You know, I mean, he wants to park one camper at his place, and that's considered a commercial business. So is Alex, what has been done with that? Have we sent any letters? Last year I was working out of town. I didn't keep up as close as I did. I read the minutes and stuff like that. But I'm asking the question that's been on everyone's mind for 3 years.
Sure.
I know one thing, last year, a formal complaint came in on
Okay.
somebody's, on Adams Campground.
Okay.
I don't think we've received a formal complaint.
Okay. I mean, I have no problem with it, but if
Right, I mean, if.
But what she said, what's going on is, if it's a business, and you're supposed to have a conditional use or interim permit, why has that one not been followed? I'm asking the dumb question.
Well, that's the whole doing things correctly again, I don't know if.
So you can do whatever you want, but if there's a complaint, then you're gonna be in violation.
Reports it, yeah, I mean.
You know what I mean? Well, he's
We're not
already.
just sitting here overlooking everything and picking and choosing what we want to. Formal complaints come in for a reason.
But what people are saying is, you know, if you're gonna have this, and John DeGray's saying the same thing. if you're going to have interim use permit or, you know, then every business should have it, and we're not enforcing that. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to pick on him by any means, but that I know since it's been going on, it's been, people in the community have talked.
They wanted to do that about 15 years ago, right? Go right down the road and say you, and you. You wanna go tell everybody that changes a couple tires.
No, no, and
Builds a couple motors, or making a buck.
I know, but I mean, where does our ordinance, you know, I don't know, that's the question I'm asking. You know, like I said, I'm not trying to get him in any trouble or nothing like that, I'm just asking the question. And that's what John DeGrace got up and said. You know, and that's what she had just mentioned. You know, so that's where my question is. And I mean, I can go farther, but I don't wanna make everyone mad at me tonight. You know,
I mean, is
what's
there
being said.
a dollar limit to classify a business? I guess that would be the main question. What classifies as a business in your definition?
It's in the ordinance.
Yeah.
There's a definition.
There's a
Is there a-
definition in the ordinance what you needed.
Is there a dollar limit?
Well, maybe we just need to put it on a road report. Owner driving around looking at every street and every driveway and everything during the road report. And every business needs to be reported. Maybe that's when we add it. I don't know. We're not driving down every road every day looking for somebody's business to go.
Don't you have
No.
that kind of time? You have that kind of time, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't think we wanna pay for that though.
I was just curious.
All right, anything else?
You also have a letter from Brian Stuckey, an email from Brian Stuckey.
That's what
And-
wants good place.
You can talk to John King and him around
I provided him with the information that he wanted, the fee schedule, and, talked with Dan, and Dan, will follow through with this. There is a significant difference of opinion here in terms of what is required. But I wanted you to be aware that this has been, in the works. And lastly, we have a solicitation of business from Paris Tree Service, which I'll keep in the file. But I don't assume that we will be discussing this until road report. And finally, just to keep you aware, the MAT Board of Directors has used its power to discipline one of its own elected members and has removed them from the board. And I'm done.
February report of the housing unit submitted to the US Census Bureau, February 27th. Rasmussen Lawn Care Service, 2026 contract signed and returned, February 27th. Local Board of Appeals and Equalization, 9 a.m. Monday, April 27th.
And I might add, that is the opportunity when people can come and question their assessed valuation. The board meets here, and each year there usually are a few who come and question, and it's a chance to meet with the county officials. There's a procedure, you should contact them ahead of time, but this is the opportunity for those who wish to contest their valuation.
April 27, 2026, after Next planning commission meeting, 7 p.m. Tuesday, April 28th. Next regular town board meeting, 7:30 Tuesday, the 28th of April.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Well, we have some additional fee schedule work to do.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
Moving on there.
Amy,
John.
someone,
You want to change a couple of fees?
Yeah. Let's remove the existing compliance inspection and add a holding tank fee for $250. Remove the mound repair or septic, whatever repair that is, and put a re-inspection fee of $50 in.
did you have those written down for us?
I got them written down for you, Doug. You got one more.
Then you
John,
probably go
that's
to,
okay too, right?
yeah, you should probably go to 150 on your site permits, cause you're going backwards on townships paying for a lot of that.
Didn't we already?
You already
Yeah, we
raised
went
it
to
to
140.
We raised it to 125.
Oh, did it? Why was that weird? Okay.
Helps to be on time.
Make a note in our email, tell us to be here at a time.
Don't worry, I was late too.
Alright, so we can stay at 125 then? Consensus, yeah?
Yep.
And then add those two other ones and take away the two.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
You'd like a motion?
Yes, please.
I'll make a motion that we make the changes for the septic.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Alright.
Thank you.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second. I'll second.
All in favor?
Thanks everyone.